Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am up early on a Tuesday because I want you guys to go along with me on my everyday makeup look. I do know that it's a little bit fun to play around with cut creases and glitters and, you know, bright colors and things like that, but realistically that is not ideal for everyday situations. You're not going to show up to work or to school or the grocery store. I mean, if you do, girl, you do you, but frankly, I don't have the time to get up that early every day just to do, you know, a cut crease and glitter and things like that. But realistically, I mean, a lot of us will do more of a natural toned down look when we go to the office or, you know, school or, you know, just kind of out doing our normal everyday things. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through my normal everyday routine, just kind of my natural look. I don't do too much makeup, and just kind of give you a couple tips and what, you know, different products that I use to achieve my everyday natural look. Your girl's hair is up in a bun today because if you live in California, we have finally got that rain that everybody's been asking for, and Lord, did it come. It has been non-stop. It has not stopped raining for like the last 24 hours and it poured all night long. So anybody with curly hair knows as soon as you put this kind of hair out in the rain, I don't care if it's walking from your car to the door to your house, your hair just takes on a life of its own. So for the sake of everybody to not have to deal with the craziness that is my hair when it gets wet, she's just gonna have to stay parked in a bun for a couple days until the sun decides that she wants to come back out again. So before we start, if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, that would make me really, really happy so that you can continue to watch all of the cool content that I have for you guys. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and jump right on into my daily makeup routine. I've already washed my face, primed, and put on eye cream. I haven't moisturized yet just because I did want to go over this guy right here. For those of you that are familiar with any of my past videos, this is one of the guys that I picked up in my TJ Maxx Marshalls haul. And I've used it a couple times and I actually really, really love this stuff. It's the Glam Glow Volcasmic Matte Glow Moisturizer. I think it works really, really well for this time of year, especially with, you know, the cold air, things like that. Your skin tends to be a lot more dry than normal, and my skin is very dry. I'm unsure if you can see this. Sometimes the bright light kind of washes it out. I've noticed when I'm filming, but it's kind of like a, you know, kind of a peachy tan balm here, and you only need the smallest bit, so you need about that much there, and then you're gonna go ahead and just rub it into your face like you would any other moisturizer. I don't know what they put in this stuff, but it smells so good. It literally smells like candy. Like if Fruit Loops, no, more like Fruity Pebbles. If Fruity Pebbles and Sour Patch Kids came together as far as like smell, this would be it. It smells so good. I want to like eat my face every time I put this on. So anyway, I like this stuff. It really, really moisturizes my face, I've noticed, and then and it's more of that heavy moisturizer that I like. And I've noticed that, you know, it doesn't make me oily, things like that, and it does kind of mattify the skin if you do like that matte look. So this is definitely turning into one of my favorite, you know, primer type moisturizer deals. And, you know, I was pretty stoked that I was able to get it for, you know, pretty cheap when I went to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You know, I was able to save 20 bucks on this versus what you would normally pay for it at Sephora. So next what I'm going to go ahead and do, now that we're pretty much all primed, yes, this is a moisturizer and a primer all in one, so I don't have to go in and do a primer step. I'm going to go ahead and go in and do foundation. For those of you that wear foundation, I have my days where I don't wear foundation at all. If you guys want to see me do my no foundation makeup look, let me know in the comments below and I can go ahead and do that too, because I have my days where I don't wear foundation at all. But I find my ways to, you know, still spot conceal and not look like a complete sea monster when I leave the house. But when I do wear foundation during the week, I do wear very, very, very light coverage. So it's not going to cover up any imperfections or anything that you might have, but all it's really going to do is even out that skin tone. And my favorite one to use is this guy right here. It is by MAC. It is their Next to Nothing face color, and I am in the color dark, which I find it interesting that I am in the color dark because I don't think that I'm very dark. So I'm not entirely sure if this shade range is all that inclusive. I think there was only maybe 2 more shades underneath this. The nice thing is that it is so light. It's almost kind of like a BB cream, to where you could probably stretch this color across multiple skin tones. I just do wish that the darker range was a little bit more inclusive. You know, if you are on the deeper spectrum and you have tried this, let me know if it maybe does work for you. That's just something that I did notice when I was picking out my shade in this. But you know, nonetheless, I do really like this. I love the finish of this. It gives you a nice, healthy, natural glow, things like that. So go ahead and shake this guy up, because it does kind of get weird liquidy and separates a little bit in the bottle just because of its consistency. It is very liquidy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put about 3 drops on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of apply this all over the face. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a damp beauty blender and just kind of blend this all in. And as you can see, it really just kind of melts right into the skin. You know, there isn't really any heavy coverage to this guy. It just kind of evens out your skin tone, covers up any, you know, mild imperfections, but this by all means doesn't have very much coverage. Usually when I go out to work, things like that, I want to have, you know, as natural as a look as I can. Alright, next we're going to go in and conceal, and I am going to go in with this guy right here. It is by bareMinerals. It is the bareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I swear by this. This is easily like top 3 for me as far as concealers go. I really do love the Tarte Shape Tape, but I do feel that I think that's best for more heavy coverage looks when you have that full coverage foundation, just because I do think that it tends to blend better with full coverage foundation, as well as I think sometimes it can look a little cakey. You know, I don't want to say like cakey, but when you use it, you can tell that you have makeup on, you know, under your eyes or wherever you might conceal. This stuff is the only concealer I've used that you put it on and it actually really looks like your skin. So I use the hell out of this Monday through Friday when I don't have some extreme, you know, eyelash look going on the weekends. And I use this in the color medium golden. I think that, you know, bareMinerals sometimes is just really underrated. I don't really see a lot of people using too many of their products. So I'm going to go ahead and go under my eyes with this here. And this stuff has such like a natural coverage to it that I can actually use this when I do my no like makeup when I don't wear foundation. I can still conceal with this under my eyes and you still won't know that I don't have makeup on. It's the craziest thing. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with that damp beauty blender again. I'm going to go ahead and blend this out under the eyes and actually go over my eyelid, just that way I can prime my lid for any eyeshadows. Alright, next I am going to go in with a little bit of setting powder just to make sure that nothing on my face creases or gets a little bit oily. So I am going to go in with the Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm not going to bake per se like you would do with a heavy coverage look. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take a little bit on my damp beauty blender here like so, and then just kind of tap it along underneath my eyes and just kind of melt it into the skin. I'm just going to go back and forth like this, and it just kind of melts down into the skin. Alright, that's all we're going to do with the powder, just because I want to keep that natural glow of my face. And then next, we're going to go ahead and go in and do the eyebrows. So I'm going to do my holy grail. The only thing that I will ever do is my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills angled brow brush. I believe it's a number 12. There's 2 different ones. I think there's a number 12 and a number 14. The only difference between them is that one is shorter. I have both. I haven't seen my short one in a while though, so I might have lost it. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and go in and do your brows as usual. eyebrows are on, and then the next step we're gonna do is eyeshadow, which is really nothing at all. I will go in and I use one color. So basically what I do is I take any type of kind of a neutral brown color, one that is a little bit darker than my skin tone. My holy grail favorite for a long time was the color Brown Script by MAC, which was this guy right here. But I'm actually going to go ahead and use the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette just because there's so many transition colors in here. So I'm actually going to take my big fluffy blending brush that I love to use so much by Morphe, the M535 brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this color right here. And all we're going to do, tap off some of the excess, is pop it into the crease. And that's it. It's probably the easiest eyeshadow look I will ever do on this channel. That is all I do. I don't go crazy. I don't do any smoky eyes, anything like that. And the nice thing about doing it this way is it also makes it easier to do a transition from day to night look. So if I ever need to go out after work, things like that, I will just take a dark color and just kind of pop it into that outer corner and just kind of smoke it out a little bit. And there you go. It's a nighttime look. So next what you can do is line your eyes. There's several different ways that you can do this. A lot of times you can just take eyeliner and just kind of run it along your top lash line there. You could wear no eyeliner if you want to. This girl will not do that ever in her life. I love eyeliner like it's just a part of my soul. I am actually going to go in and do winged eyeliner. I know what you're thinking, Tina, winged eyeliner, isn't that extra? Well, I'm extra, and I'm just kind of known for my winged eyeliner at this point. It's kind of my signature. I always have winged eyeliner, always, always, always. So extra or not, if you want to do winged eyeliner every day, you can, but if not, you can go ahead and stop before it becomes a wing. Or you can just kind of do a little bit of a pencil eyeliner on your upper lash lid as well and just kind of smoke it out a little bit. But you don't have to be this extra unless you want to be, because I won't blame you. So we're going to go ahead and just line our eyes. And so here we go with my extra as fuck eyeliner, because that's just me. So anyway, final steps, go ahead and go in with some mascara. I'm not going to line my bottom lash line or anything like that. I'm going to go in with my favorite drugstore mascara, which is this guy right here. It is the L'Oreal Volume, I can't ever say this word. Whatever, it's the Lash Paradise Mystic Black Mascara. Voluminous, what? I don't know. I always have a hard time saying that word. I don't know why, so I just don't say it. So we're going to go ahead and just apply mascara per usual on our upper and lower lashes. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in and highlight, because you should never leave the house without highlighter. I don't care what day, the week it's, I don't know. I don't care if you're going to a funeral, a birthday party, you need a glow. Just because it is work, I'm not going to go and, you know, going with a blinding highlight. So I am going to go in with more of a subtle one. I'm going to go in with this guy right here. It is by Becca. It is, almost threw it there. It is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight. So it does give a highlight, but it's a little bit more subtle. And it is a liquid cream formula, and it is in the color Champagne Pop, which is one of my favorite highlight colors. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dot this along here. And then I'm going to take a brush, and we're just going to kind of pat it into the skin and just kind of blend this. So there is a little bit of our subtle glow that we have there. If you do ever want to kick it up a notch, you can always take the powdered version and just kind of go over it a little bit, which I might. Well, why not? Why not? Why not blind everybody just a wee bit, add a little bit more shimmer. Okay. And there we go for our highlight. And to wrap this up, I normally will wear like a nude type lipstick, but my lips are really dry today, so I'm gonna go in with this guy right here, which is the Glam Glow Poutmud, but this is one of the tints. I know that some of you guys were wondering how these do as well, and this is in the color Birthday Suit, so it is kind of this pinky nude color. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit on my finger like so and just apply it to the lips. You can see it adds moisture and it has shine and it has just a little bit of that nude glow, and it just set everything in place. I'm gonna go ahead and take my tried and true Morphe setting spray and just kind of spritz it all over the face to make sure nothing moves, especially since it's raining outside today. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this everywhere. So it smells so good. And then take my beauty blender and I'm going to kind of push it into the skin here. It's going to help kind of get rid of any of that powderiness that the setting powder might have left behind it. And it's also going to help kind of brighten up that highlight just a little bit. So it's just a little bit more blinding. Not too blinding though. We need office blinding. Alright guys, and that is it. That is my everyday makeup routine. It's usually pretty quick. Well, depends on what you think is pretty quick. Usually when I do all my crazy heavy makeup, things like that, that can take about an hour. This takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. If you do want to see my no makeup routine that I do, something that'll take about 5 to 10 minutes, go ahead and let me know in the comments below and I can definitely do a video on that. Otherwise, thank you for following along with me. I hope that this helped with anything that you might need help with as far as, you know, everyday makeup, trying to have things that just look a little bit natural, nothing too crazy so that we don't, you know, scare people in the office. Otherwise, thank you guys for following along and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.